Hey guys, this is Ryan. In this video, we're going to go over 2 quick ways that you can find clients currently running ads in a particular area for Google Adwords. This is useful if you're trying to get clients for AdWords management because it's easier to sell someone who's already been sold. If they already have an account, they're already spending money on it. It's as simple as just saying, I can improve what you already got. And secondly, we're going to be looking for low-hanging fruit, so people that you are quite sure that you're going to improve their campaign immediately. The most obvious way to find these clients is simply by doing a Google search and seeing who comes up in the advertising space. However, you're going to be limited by the amount of clients that you see in the first place, both by the limited amount of space as well as your IP address, which is associated to your geographic location. So the ads that you see are only going to be the ones that didn't negate your location. I believe there's a Chrome extension tool that you can use to change your IP address and see ads from different areas. However, the tool that I'm going to show you right now just does that anyways, and it's for free. So I'm just going to show you how to use that. The first one you might already know, but the second strategy is something I stumbled upon in the past couple days. And I haven't used this for prospecting, but it has a huge potential for finding a lot of people all around the country. And I wasn't going to originally share this with you guys, but I think it's worth it. It's a really good tip, and you're going to eat it up. So let me know what you think about this in the comments below, and let's jump into these 2 strategies. Okay, so let's go over the first strategy for finding local businesses running ads in Google, depending on your area, the device, and the language that you're using. You're going to need to have a Google AdWords account to do this. So once you have this all set up, go up to the wrench in the top right corner, click that, and then go to the Ad Preview and Diagnosis tool. What this tool is going to do is pull up the results based on your area and the device and the language that you set for it, and also the search term. So let's just say we're looking for a family attorney or family law attorney, and then we're going to switch the area to, let's say, Boston, and then we'll leave it on English and a mobile device. And as this loads, you're going to see that it shows all the ads as well as the information such as the description, the headlines, the extensions as well, so you can see what your competition is running. This is really useful for competitive research, but what we're looking to use this for is simply to get the URLs of the competition in this area that is currently running ads. So scroll all the way down here and you can see some of these call only ads right here. Further, you can see the map results, and you can even see organic results. If you go to the very bottom, you can see a little bit more ads because usually those will show up there. So what we want to do is just take one of these domains. You can't actually click this, so you're going to have to just manually put it in. So let's do this one, Diane P. Long Law. And the first thing you want to look for is how fast the site loads in the first place. If you're looking for low-hanging fruit for clients that you can help, if their website's loading slow and they're sending traffic to it, then that's a good sign that you can improve their campaign immediately just by improving their website. The second thing to note is whether they're sending it to a landing page or a home page. Most local businesses are sending their ads to a home page, which isn't necessarily bad in some industries. However, it is still a sign that you might be able to improve their campaign by increasing conversions with a landing page. The third thing to look for is just general design. Like, does it look professionally done? Does it make sense? Does it flow well? Look for a phone number in the top right corner, as well as a call to action for scheduling a consultation or an estimate, depending on the industry you're looking at. And just scroll down and get a general sense of the website. So this one looks pretty good. I probably wouldn't even make any changes to it. The other thing that you want to look for is how well it's performing on mobile. So right click on the site, click inspect, and this is going to pull up a view of the website in an iPhone. And you can actually change this to iPod mini or iPad mini, iPad Pro, iPad, any form of iPhone. And for this website, it doesn't look too great on mobile. This is a little bit too big. This is too small. And the layout's a little messed up. So this would be like a minor change that I would suggest, but I would just use this as the start off in an initial conversation and just show that you actually did some good background research, and you can add value to them up front just by showing them an image of this and saying you can probably improve your conversions by simply making these improvements to your mobile version of your website, because my guess is they're also running to mobile devices, so they're probably losing money on that. The fifth thing that you want to look for is whether they have tags on this site. So if a prospect is running ads to a website, to the homepage, it doesn't look that good on mobile, and they also don't have tags on their website, it shows that they probably aren't tracking conversions, and in that case it's going to be really easy for you to quickly tell them you can improve their campaign. Essentially they're throwing money into the wind if they're not tracking conversions, so that's a big deal. So get this Chrome extension if you don't already have it, Google Tag Assistant. You can do the same exact thing with Facebook, so Facebook Pixel Helper if you're trying to sell those services. But for Google Tag Assistant, just press enable once you have this and then refresh the page. And this tag managing tool is going to pull up if they have any sort of Google Analytics, Google Tag Manager, any sort of tag really. Sometimes it's a little redundant, but what this is going to tell you, since this has no tags on the site, is that they're likely not tracking conversions. Even if this did show Google Analytics or other tags like Google Tag Manager, it doesn't necessarily mean they're tracking conversions. However, you can be quite sure that they aren't when there aren't any tags here. So this is someone that I would definitely reach out to. Let's just check their contact information. A good thing to look for, by the way, when you're prospecting is just to see, this email is a good one, dplongaty@law office. You can tell this is likely going to the decision maker at this company. So it's not like some generic email address like info@. So this would be a really good prospect, and this is a good one to start off with, so we're lucky we jumped to this one. Not every client is going to be low-hanging fruit like that, but that's generally what you want to look for. Then head back to Google Preview and Diagnosis tool here, and you can switch this to like tablet or mobile devices, and the ads that show up are likely going to be different. So let's just see here. Oh, that's mobile. So this is on desktop. You see some of the same businesses advertising here, and you could probably see this if you just searched for this in that area, but if you're not in Boston, then this is really helpful. Anyways, that's the first strategy to use. The second one is a little bit more under the radar, a little ninja. This is something that I figured out a couple days ago. So let's just jump back over to the main dashboard here. And you're going to need to be running ads for and targeting keywords in the local area that you're looking to prospect in order to leverage this strategy. You could do so with a simple like $5 a day campaign and just run all those leads to a affiliate network. That's what I would suggest doing. But I'll just show you what it is first. So click on the campaign itself. So this one's for a divorce attorney, and you go to Auction Insights up here. You may already know about this. I knew about this for a while, but never thought of it in terms of prospecting. And what this will do is bring up all the different businesses currently running ads and that you're competing against. And this is really useful information just because it gives extra data such as impression share, which is going to show you pretty much how much of the market share they're actually getting, which is a good sales tool for sure. Like if you go to jjameslaw.com and you reach out to this person, you can show them a snapshot basically of their impression share and say, you're getting less than 10% of your market share for your ads right now. Further, you can look at the average position, and you can say, let's say petrolaw.net, their average position is the 4 spot. Although ads above the map area, sometimes there's up to 5. There's not always up to 5. So if their average position is at 4, then they're likely not getting seen as often as they should be or could be. And there's all these other columns that you can look into yourself. If you just hover over them, it'll explain each one. These are basically how they're competing against you and how your ads overlap with theirs. But anyways, this is really useful information. I think this gives more than this other strategy if you use the preview and diagnosis tool. So let's just go to one of these real quick, like petrolaw.net. Good thing is you can just copy these two. You don't need to put them in manually. And this website loads pretty fast. It looks really good. And the phone number's up there. It's got call to actions. It's pretty clean. They definitely hired someone to do this, unless they're just good at design in the first place. Let's look at it on mobile. On mobile, it's decent as well. I would say right here they should fix the coloring at least of the headlines here. That's a little though, but you can use that as an outreach tool just to add value in a small way, just to get your foot in the door. And exiting out of this, let's look to see if they have any pixels. You can tell they have a Facebook pixel on here, so they're likely running Facebook ads. So enable that and then refresh this. And you can see that they also don't have any tags on here, so it's likely that they're also not running or tracking conversions, which is pretty awesome for these guys because, well, not awesome for them, but awesome for you to reach out because they have a well-designed site in the first place. So all you need to do is set up tracking for them, and you likely can just send traffic here and it will convert well. And a strategy would be to not even try to sell these people on management services. So you don't need to go in guns blazing and try to say, hey, I'll sell management of your AdWords for the next few months for this amount of money. Instead, you could just do it one-off and tell them that you could sell them a setup of conversions. So you could just do like 50, 75, $100 just to set up conversions for these guys, whatever you want to price it. But that's a good foot in the door. It's a smaller end service that you can offer. And then the next step up from there is simply to say, hey, I can manage these for you. Here's some improvements that I can make to your campaign. Once you're in it, you'll be able to see specifics of what you can do, and you can just continue adding value to them over time and say, hey, you can improve this, you can improve that, and then pitch them on selling the service monthly. So hopefully that's interesting to you guys. I found some uses myself for this. I looked into running a national campaign and running that traffic and the leads to a landing page and then sending those leads to an affiliate network, and then just looking at the data on a national scale. But you're going to get a lot of national advertisers rather than these local advertisers. So I think if you want to do it that way and just get a bunch of data, you're going to have to set up campaigns for like individual cities and then run ads in those cities each, and then it will break down more granular data of who's like advertising in each city. It sounds like a lot. It sounds like you're going to spend a lot of money, but I think for $200 you're going to get a really good list of people who are advertising and may not be doing it the right way. So you can reach out to them and it's going to be a lot easier to sell them. Let me know in the comments below if you guys end up using this and getting a client, or any ideas that you have for this. I plan on using this for the new year and prospecting quite a bit with it, so I'll let you know and keep you updated with that. If you like this content, click like, subscribe to the channel if you already aren't, and share this video with other marketers that you think would benefit from it. Until next time, guys, cheers.